Prince Edward Island, or PEI as it's known to Canadians, is famous for its red cliffs, delicious potatoes, and that book about Anne with an E. This picturesque island has always been a symbol of tranquility and simple living. But recently, it made headlines for something else entirely: protests. The peaceful image of PEI was disrupted by the voices of those who felt unheard. Foreign workers, the backbone of many industries in PEI, took to the streets. These individuals who contribute so much to the local economy felt compelled to raise their voices. They were demanding better treatment and protesting changes to immigration programs they relied on. These changes threatened their livelihoods and their futures. These protests weren't just about PEI, they were a reflection of a larger issue that affects the entire nation. They were a wake-up call for all of Canada. The protests highlighted the need for a national conversation about immigration and labor rights. They forced us to confront a difficult question: how do we treat the people who come here to work, to study, and to build a better life? This question is at the heart of our national identity. The protests in PEI were a powerful reminder that behind the numbers and statistics are real people with real lives. These are individuals with dreams, families, and aspirations. They reminded us that immigration is not just a policy issue, it's a human issue. It's about the lives and futures of people who have chosen to make Canada their home. And it's time we started treating it that way. We need to see beyond the policies and recognize the human impact of our decisions. These protests were a cry for fairness, a demand to be heard. The voices of these workers echoed across the island and beyond, and we should all be listening. Their message is clear: it's time for change, and it's time for justice. Let's be real, Canada relies heavily on foreign workers. From the sprawling farms of PEI to the bustling tech hubs of Toronto, they're everywhere, doing jobs many Canadians won't or can't do. They pick our crops, care for our elderly, and code the apps we use every day. Their contributions are woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. But it's not just about filling jobs, it's about the broader impact they have on our society. Foreign workers and students bring new ideas, perspectives, and cultures. They challenge our thinking and push us to innovate. They enrich our communities and make Canada the diverse and vibrant country it is. Their presence fosters cultural exchange and mutual understanding. They start businesses, pay taxes, and contribute to our economy in countless ways. Their entrepreneurial spirit drives economic growth. Think of the restaurants you love, the shops you frequent. The diversity in these places is often thanks to foreign workers. It's time we recognize their value and give them the support they deserve. By doing so, we strengthen our society and build a more inclusive future for all. At the heart of the PEI protests was the Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP, a critical initiative for the province. This program allows provinces like PEI to nominate immigrants who meet their specific economic needs, ensuring that the local economy thrives. It was a lifeline for many foreign workers and entrepreneurs hoping to build a future in Canada, offering them a chance to contribute to the community. But then, the entrepreneur stream of the PEI PNP was suspended, causing widespread concern. This sent shockwaves through the community, leaving many in limbo and uncertain about their future. The suspension was meant to address concerns about fraud, but many argued it unfairly punished genuine applicants who had followed the rules. Imagine this. You've poured your heart and soul into building a business, invested your life savings, only to have the rug pulled out from under you without warning. That's what many faced in PEI, a harsh reality that disrupted lives and dreams. The suspension highlighted the precarious situation of many foreign workers, and the urgent need for more transparency and fairness in the immigration system, calling for reforms to prevent such issues in the future.
I came here with a dream, and I built it. Now I'm scared I'll lose everything.
We work hard, we contribute, we just want a chance to stay and build a life here.
These stories are not unique to PEI. Across Canada, foreign workers and students face similar challenges, from exploitation to discrimination. Their voices matter. Their stories deserve to be heard. They remind us that behind the policy debates are real people with real hopes and dreams. The government's response to the protests was mixed, to put it mildly.
Some politicians acknowledged the contributions of foreign workers and pledged to address their concerns.
Others, well, they resorted to the same old tired rhetoric about protecting Canadian jobs and cracking down on abuse.
Look, there's no denying there are challenges with the immigration system.
But using foreign workers as scapegoats is not the answer. We need real solutions, not political posturing.
The protests exposed the gap between the government's rhetoric on immigration and the reality on the ground.
They highlighted the urgent need for a more compassionate and practical approach. The economic imperative. Why Canada needs immigration now more than ever. Canada is facing a demographic crunch. Our population is aging and we need new blood to keep our economy humming. Foreign workers and students are not a threat, they're the solution. They bring much-needed skills, fill labor shortages, and create jobs. They start businesses, pay taxes, and contribute to our social safety net. To put it simply, Canada needs immigration to thrive. Restricting immigration will only stifle economic growth and harm our global competitiveness. It's time for the government to stop treating immigration as a problem to be solved and start seeing it for what it is, an opportunity to be seized. A call for fairness towards a more just immigration system. The protests in PEI were a call for fairness, a demand for a system that treats foreign workers and students with dignity and respect. A system that recognizes their contributions and gives them a fair shot at success. We need pathways to permanent residency that are accessible, transparent, and fair. We need to address labor exploitation and protect workers' rights. We need to ensure that everyone, regardless of where they come from, has the opportunity to build a good life in Canada. This isn't just about being nice, it's about being smart. By creating a more welcoming and inclusive society, we can attract the best and brightest from around the world and build a stronger Canada for everyone. Beyond the protests, the fight for a welcoming Canada. The protests in PEI may be over, but the fight for a more just and equitable immigration system continues. It's a fight for the soul of Canada, for the kind of country we want to be. Do we want to be a country that welcomes newcomers with open arms or one that shuts them out? Do we want to be a country that values diversity and inclusion or one that succumbs to fear and division? The choice is ours. What you can do. Raising awareness and supporting the cause. So what can you do? Don't let the conversation end here. Talk to your friends and family about this issue. Write to your elected officials. Support organizations that are fighting for immigrant rights. Get informed, get involved, and make your voice heard. Every voice counts. Every action matters. Together we can build a Canada that is truly welcoming and inclusive for all.